Hey everybody, I'm gonna give you guys a chance to get logged in and see if I can't find us so that I can share this over into our creative group. If you're not part of the creative group, pop me a message. If we're friends on Facebook, I can put you right in there, and if not, send me your email and then I can send you an invite that way. Let's see, and if we're not friends on Facebook, well, why not? Let's see. Okay, let me see if I can find you. Let's see. Whoop. I'm awfully loud there, aren't I? Hey, how's it going? Hi, Jill. Good to see you. Okay, so I'm going to share this over, and then we can get moving. I had a friend today who messaged me who hasn't been around for a bit, and she was like, what is this Wink of Stella business? And I'm like, what are you talking about? If I would put it on Alexis going to school if I thought that she wouldn't get in trouble, because she goes to Catholic school, so she's not allowed to wear makeup. But if I thought she wouldn't get in trouble, we'd put it right on her eyelids, and it would be just fantastic. So I like to refer to it as Wink of Awesomeness, if you haven't already gotten that. So I'm going to open with a couple of cards that I got in the mail, and then I'll show you a few different ways to use Wink of Stella. If you have any questions, make sure you ask them, and I'll go back through the questions before I finish and make sure that I address them, because I'll tell you what, when people ask me questions, it kind of like knocks something loose. I don't know what I know. Does that make sense? I've been doing this for 14 years. It's been my full-time job. I love Stampin' Up. I love Stampin' Up's products. I know quite a bit about them, and it didn't occur to me that everybody doesn't like eat, breathe, and sleep this stuff, imagine. So if you have ideas for a future video, please speak up. The front of this is my favorite. It says, it's not where you go, it's who you meet along the way. This is from my friend Deb at a recent retreat that I had in person. I haven't had any in-person events since March, and we had one at the beginning of October, and everything went fine. Whew. We were socially distanced. I didn't have heart failure trying to keep everybody safe because I'm a little OCD, but that's okay. That's what you need, I guess, right now. Well, hello, Wisconsin. Hi, Carolyn. Good to see you. So let's flip the camera. Enough chitter chatter. We've got like 15 people already. I'm so excited. Hi, Debbie. 16. We just joined us. Okay, and I'll flip this around, and I got some cards in the mail, and I want to share. I didn't even open 2 of them. They make me happy. So I like to open them live and share them with you guys, because it legit gives me total joy to get cards in the mail. So let me flip this over. Sorry if you see my open cabinet. That's my paper cabinet. Here, I'll cover the camera so I don't make anybody dizzy. Oh, bring on the Wink, right? It is like my favorite thing ever. Hopefully my camera is focusing. There it is. Can we see? All right, we can see them now. I don't want to show anybody's address. That's kind of silly. All right, I think I got a nice solid. Yeah, now you can see all the scratches on my plastic table, but it's fine. I do like the black background. It makes it easier to see stuff. This one came from my good friend Shirley in North Carolina. She is on my team and a blessing to me. She sent me a thank you card. And this one came from Pat Greger, a brand new customer of mine. So fun. I love that Halloween hair. I think that she's telling me that it's time to go get my hair pink for Breast Cancer Awareness Month. That's what I think this really says. But thank you, Pat, for the card. It's adorable. And then let's open this one. I mean, I have high hopes. We have designer paper on the back flap. If you don't know how to do that, you just cut a strip of paper and use adhesive around the edges, stick it down, and then trim around with your paper snips. And it matches the inside. So exciting. Another thank you card. This one is from my friend Mary Jo. She is also part of my team. I love her. Oh my gosh. What a beautiful card. Simple and beautiful. And hello, the designer paper matches on the flap. And then this one is from Robin Bell. So Robin is not technically on my team, but she is. She's part of my group. It's all good. She falls under someone in my 3rd level, but it's fine. We take care of our own, right? Doesn't matter. Look at how pretty that is. I think she colored it with blends. So if you look, there's a thin line of blue that goes all the way around the image, and it makes it pop, almost like a drop shadow. So beautiful. And yeah, I can't wait to read the message inside, but I'm just going to show you the cards. I won't show you all the love, but I love getting cards. So thank you to everybody who sent me a card this week. I appreciate you. So I'm also going to give you a little sneak peek. I am finishing some projects using 2 different stamp sets. One is the stamp set from, you know, the tag kit in the holiday book. This one goes with it. It's the stamp set that goes with, but it doesn't use any of the tag kit. It's just the stamp set, and I'll quickly flash these. These are for a quarterly event I have coming up for my team. And I pulled them. See, notice the blue line. Boy, I'm on the same wavelength as my team. That's cool. And it's such a beautiful stamp set. It's hard not to fall in love. And can I just say, fuzzy paper. Oh. Anyway, that's for an upcoming class. But let's jump in, and I want to show you Wink of Stella. So Wink of Awesomeness, or AKA Wink of Stella, comes with this little black thing in the middle. And you have to unscrew it and let go of this black thing. The black thing protects your glitter from going into the brush while you're shipping it. So there's a pin up in there, and then it pushes down into the glitter and releases the glitter up into the brush. So the first time I got one of these, I was actually at Founder Circle for Stampin' Up. It was crazy, awesome trip. And when we got them, I didn't know what to do with them. So I unscrewed mine and screwed mine back together about 10 times before somebody said, Selene, pull. So you screw it together, you get rid of the black thing, and you pull and push. So don't unscrew when you go to close it. Otherwise, you won't have any glitter on your brush because the pin won't be making contact with the thing on the inside. Okay? So that's kind of the basic. Oh, I'm so lucky, Linda. I got a lot of nice happy mail. I'm going to take the back of this, and this is just a piece of, I always have like scraps of paper hanging around because earlier when I was designing with these trees, of course I had to cut one in every color to see what I wanted to use on my cards. And so then I end up with all these pieces. But I'm going to use the back of the paper, the back of the snowflake embossed stuff. I don't know if you can see it. I embossed it with the snowflake embossing folder. We can show it later in better detail. But what you do with the Wink of Stella is on either side, there's a little thing that says push on both sides. And you push them together until the glitter comes down into the brush, and then you stop. Now, if you're impatient like me, you might push again, but when you do that, it's going to kind of gloop out on you, and you could end up with a big puddle of Wink of Stella, which is not a bad thing. I like Wink of Stella in large quantities, but I'm going to try to implore you to be patient and wait for it and really kind of let gravity do its thing without continuing to squeeze, because then you won't be wasting your product. It's such awesome stuff. I don't want to waste a thing. So I've got it going. You can see the little bit of glimmer on the back of my paper that we're going to use for something else. And let's just start with plain cardstock. So I'm going to flip this over so we have another white background again. And I've got my dark cardstock on top, and my winker is going. And I don't need to prime it again. Now, if for some reason you are using a lot of it, I don't know, I have like 6 or 8 of these open at any one given time, you might find that the glitter stops coming down the brush. If that happens, you can prime it again, but I don't recommend over priming because it'll just make a mess. And I don't want to waste it. I will show you what happens when you over prime it in a minute because we're going to watercolor with it. But to give you an idea, you add this awesomeness to your cardstock. Oh, I got to stand up so I can see because I can't see. Oh, there it goes. So you can really see how it makes items pop and shine. And can I just say, this video is for Elaine because she asked me to demonstrate this product. The video isn't doing it. It is so much more beautiful in person. Okay, so that's one way to use it, right? You can put it on dark cardstock and it's going to show up really great. Fine. Well, what about designer paper? Well, this is a gorgeous poinsettia paper that's already sort of done. Now, I could just add it to the little things coming off the poinsettia. Or I can fill the whole thing in and paint with this and make the front of my card super shiny. And of course, I want more. I just did what I told you not to do. But it's like I'm slathering it on and it's not slathering enough for me. So, hey, thanks for the love, guys. I see those hearts coming across. Thank you, thank you. Okay, so this is if you decide to put it on designer paper, right? Okay, so that's fun. Where's my ink pad? I hate it when I lose my ink pad. All right, I'm gonna bring this back in. I want a brown or a red, and I'm not finding it. 1 second. Just talk amongst yourselves while I find something that I can use. That's red. Soft suede. I really wish I had my brown ink pad. Oh, yeah. I can't find my brown. That's not really good. All right, well, I'm going to pull out soft suede then because it's the closest thing to my espresso. So I pre-cut some of these pieces just so that we'd have it. And actually, it was legit. It all came out of my pieces bag, which is after class. Any leftover pieces that I have, I throw them in this bag. And I have a couple of them going right now. So I got all of these. So there's a bunch of cool shapes in here that I can use. And I thought, well, why not bring them along to the live? It's less that I have to do. Someone said to fill it with glue. Interesting. I like, when mine is empty, I like to fill mine, you're gonna laugh. I like to fill mine with a little bit of 70% rubbing alcohol, and then I push, squeeze to get it to go down into the barrel, and it refreshes it. But I don't know, like glue. What kind of glue? Maybe the fine tip glue? That's interesting. Anyway, let's go back to stamping. We can start with, and so now it's not going to match because I had espresso out on the table, but what can you do? It's probably buried underneath all the stuff on the table that I was supposed to clean up, you know. Which way do we want to go? Let's go this way. We'll hang our stocking. And I did find an old real red pad. Remember these? These were the kind you had to push and flip. Hope it has ink on it. But, well, and since we're stamping in red, we could With Love for You. Oh, and look, it fits. I'm going to go all the way to the bottom to try not to mess with my stocking. Okay. So I'm going to bring in something plastic. Let's see. We can use a block. So you can use anything. You can use a plastic bag. You can use a block. Anything that you can clean afterwards. I wouldn't recommend going right into your ink pad with the Wink of Stella because then you'll have a sparkly ink pad. My OCD will not allow for that, so I'm going to pick up from this instead and we can start to paint a little bit. I'm going to paint the inside of my stocking, and that is going to be super dark. So I need a scratch paper. I have one going over here. Booyah. Just drop everything on the table, you know. So that's really dark. So I'm going to kind of, I want to make it lighter. So I'm going to purposely squeeze too much and then pull in the color. So I'm going to watercolor with this. So here we go. Hopefully you didn't just blip. My daughter, I'm waiting for the doctor to call me back, and I told them that I was going to be on a live video at 3 o'clock and not to call me at 3. And I bet that was them. So this is one way to use Wink of Stella. You can watercolor with it, and it doesn't have to be red. You can make it any color you want. But because I have so much Wink of Stella in there, my red is getting washed out by the darker pigment in the Wink. So it's not quite red. It's not coming out fantastic, I gotta be honest. That's okay. Only when you're live. It is legit one of my favorite things to do with Wink of Stella. And it's way easier than trying to blender pen something. So if you've never done it, I would recommend trying it when you're not live, like I am. All right. So I'm going to get rid of this for a minute, and then I'm going to go into just the Wink of Stella, and maybe, well, the soft suede's already there. Maybe I can get just a little bit of the Wink without getting the red. So you can see, like, you can get just the Wink color is like almost a clear, I'd call it like champagne color. It's gonna be a fancy stocking. My favorite, my Christmas stocking is purple. The one that I have that I hang in the house. I don't know why I thought it was the coolest thing to have a purple Christmas stocking, but I did, so. Too late to go back. Oh my goodness. And I did turn on the Do Not Disturb, so I wonder how my phone rang while I was on Do Not Disturb. Darn technology. Okay, so that's one way to use Wink of Stella, and can I just tell you, we use this all the time here in my house. Like, whenever we want to watercolor, sometimes you just, if you reach for the Wink of Stella, then you can take this and you can go into another color so easily. So, for example, and of course I'm live, so I don't want to go get another block. You could start with that color, and then if I wanted to pick up, say, soft suede and finish the sock in soft suede, I can go back. You can even blend the color out. So see how I'm starting dark on the top? You can go dark on the top and then blend, 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 and it'll pull a lighter version of that color all the way down. So you can get like really nice tone blending, so dark to light. It's really fun to play with, and if you're gonna try it, I do recommend having a really saturated blob of stuff to work with. It seems like wasting it, but not if you use every bit. Okay, so if we wanted to finish this, I don't love the way it came out, to be honest. We could, I kind of got excited. That's all right. I just, like I said, I found these pieces as leftover cutoffs from the class I just designed. And I might repaint that stocking though. And then let's pull in a ribbon. I grabbed a couple of colors that match. But what's really poking out at me right now is this silver, but silver and brown aren't really, I think what happened was I wanted the espresso to begin with. So how'd I have the espresso? As one track mind, it's always about the coffee. Okay. So what I'm gonna do here, I want this ribbon to go all the way around because my card base has a piece missing, which is fine. So I'm gonna put my adhesive there and tack this way. So that on the back you're not going to be able to see, right? And then when I adhere this to the front of my card, it's kind of a little tiny fun fold because there was a missing piece there. So we can just do that. And then I thought it would be kind of fun to put an accent piece. So I just cut a 5.5 inch strip. Can't hold on to anything today. Hey, Mary. Hi, Sue. Hi, Carolyn. So there's this. Oops. Crooked. Totally crooked. And totally sticky. All right. I'm going to fix this one later. Completely fix it. And I don't mean that I'm going to toss it in the trash much. Hang on. That's funny. Only when you're live. What can I say? Okay, so I ripped my cardstock. It happens. We're just going to cover it up and move on. We'll be able to fix it with another piece. I really only wanted a 1 inch piece there. And then I second guessed myself. See, it looks better anyway. So that's it all closed up. And then I think I really prefer it if it was stamped in the espresso. So I'm probably going to recolor the top, but that's so you can get the it's kind of cool. All right, let's move on. So we colored this guy with Wink of Stella, and I thought it might be nice to look through the bag of tricks and see what we have that we could stamp. Oh, I buried my bag of tricks. I'm really going to need to do something with that so that I don't get it all over me. So there's a couple of different pieces that are poking at me right now. I like this one, and I like this one. Let's see what we can do. I should probably show you the other half of the class that I'm designing. It is with the In the Pine stamp set. And again, these are going to get listed very soon. Oh, there it is. So that's why I'm having trouble finding things, because I'm in the middle of design work, and you can tell it's the fall because I have the heat on already. It just kicked on. All right, so I'm going to try one on this one and one on the other shape, and you tell me what you think. And of course, I have all kinds of people messaging me, and so if you are, know that I'm not going to answer till I'm done. Let's see. And I did turn my the setting on your phone that your phone's not supposed to ring on, but apparently I didn't do it right because my phone rang. Oh, it's so pretty. So I don't know. I don't know if I like the shape. All right, so let's go this way. Did you know that it's impossible for the human hand to truthfully cut a straight line? these things you learn in art school. Whoop, whoop. Okay, and then we'll just make a little V. Yeah, those shapes are a little too big for the sentiment, but we could put it right on top now. It's so simple. I love it. All right, so let's see. We got this. I think it needs something like, I want to put a circle back there, but that's not the right shape either, huh? Let me see if there's anything in the bag of tricks. Where did I put it? Oh, there it is. I got all kinds of stuff in here, so you just never know. I'd like there to be like some sort of border on whatever we use. So maybe a smaller. So let's run it in this. How to add ink? I mean, hello. Oh, that's cool. And we'll add a little adhesive to that. I've been working with these in the pines all day, and I just can't seem to stop. I have all these die cut shapes, and they're just so pretty to work with. Okay, so I have this. And then this, you may have noticed that I made a banner, but I made it like swoopy. So how I do that is I take my shape and I make a mountain out of a molehill, like that, okay? So a mountain. And then I take the ends and I pinch them and I go up. But you definitely want to make sure that your ink is dry before you do that, because if not, you'll be smudging your ink all over the place. And you'll be like, Selene did it. So you can blame me, it'll be okay. And we'll bring in the butter box. This is my open bling box. I think it was a Paula Deen thing, but I got it one time, and this is my open bling box. And it says butter on the front. Everything's better with butter. It's not lying. Okay, so here we go. Season's greetings. Oh, that's so pretty. And then, so when you're using liquid glue, which I grabbed to do the banner, and I only put adhesive on the molehills, so the mountain has nothing. It's just on the bottom where it hits. I should grab the take your pick tool, but I'm just gonna go for it, so hopefully I don't make a mess. Fling. The rhinestones are flying. Don't worry, I'll step on that one later. Do you ever find rhinestones on the bottom of your feet? I do all the time. The salon where I used to go, the lady used to tell me that the next time she found a rhinestone on the bottom of my foot that she was going to put it on Facebook. So I told her that she found my bunion. But no, I just walk around my craft room. And they go everywhere. These little buggers fly. If I was using the take your pick tool like I should be, they probably wouldn't be flying all over the place. But what fun would that be? Am I out of the frame? Oh my gosh, that is kind of cool. So I'll finish these off and put them on a card base. But that's really, I mean, the idea was what to do with the Wink of Stella. And I have to tell you, I made a mess of that, that other card. But one of my favorite techniques is coloring with Wink of Stella. So I'll show you this one. These I made a couple of weeks ago on a live, and we painted with Wink of Stella, and we just used the ink that was there, and we went from the bottom up and we stopped. And this was on shimmery white, and we trimmed it out. So you can do it multiple ways, but those are another example, a better example of watercoloring with Wink of Stella. It's not always messy like that. Oh my goodness. All right, I'm gonna flip it and see if I can find any questions. And if not, we might be done for today. Let's see what we got. Oh, thank you. Yeah, it is Breast Cancer Awareness Month, and I usually run a big fundraiser here in town, and I'm a little lost this year. I'm behind, but it doesn't mean that I'm out. I'm going to do something for Breast Cancer Awareness Month. I am not sure what yet, but I am working it out. It is a cause that is near and dear to my heart, so I don't want to let it go, and I'm not going to. So just so you know, it's in the works. I'm working with some other demonstrators, and I want to make sure that it's right before I push it out, you know. But I'll get that out, and then I'll put it on my groups, and I'll put it in email. So when that's ready, we'll get going. But that's it today for Wink of Stella and all those cards that we shared. So if you didn't catch the beginning, definitely check the hashtag replay, because you're gonna love the cards. And I will post the finished projects later this week. I really like this one, the way it came out. And the Wink of Stella, man. Wink of awesomeness. I think it's the best words for it. So anyway, much love to all of you. And you're right, you're wearing pink for your friend. That's amazing. I'll tell you what, cancer doesn't stop because of COVID. We're not stopping because of COVID. We're going to keep doing what we do, and we're going to raise some money for the charity. So it's coming, I promise. So much love to you guys, and we'll see you guys soon.